it has been a hot minute that I have done a decorate with me video. Another tip when decorating is if you need to fill up a space and you don't. Ready, Belly? Let's go, Mama. Paw? Paw? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Daniel here from Golden Finds, and it has been a hot minute that I have done a decorate with me video. So guess what? It is a rainy day here in SoCal. It's expected to rain here for the next few days. So I thought, what better way than to stay home and decorate the hutch right here, the new and improved hutch, which you guys have already seen. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Occasionally here on Golden Finds, you will see a little bit of decorate with me. Usually it's around the holidays, but I also do a little bit of normal decorating here and there throughout the year. And that includes this hutch, which I have redone. So I've decided that I'm gonna go ahead and leave this whole hutch full of all of my neutral decor. So that's going to include like all of my redone, some thrift finds. That's going to be all neutral. Mostly all of it's white with an occasional black piece here and there. So I'm going to be doing a decorate with me session, and I hope that you guys find inspiration in today's video. So that is my plan for today. I hope that you guys, again, get a source of inspiration when decorating and use what you have. Shop around your home. If you have stuff in your house that you can, manipulate and use in your current decor, then do it. We're going to be using a little bit of everything today. I have my metal baskets that I shared with you guys that I hauled, and I also have the baskets as well, which we actually are going to be starting on that first. So we're going to be putting the baskets, and I'm going to be layering them all across the top and making it look like a very cute little area decorated with baskets. Kind of think of it like a basket wall, but instead we're going to be positioning them so they're standing up. So that's what we're going to be doing first. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you haven't subscribed already, I hope that you consider subscribing to my channel here so that you can also get some inspiration not only from what I find at the thrift store, but how I used my thrift finds to decorate my home. Okay, you guys, bear with me. I hope that you guys can hear me okay. If not, I may have to do a voiceover. Don't mind me. We're gonna go ahead and start putting the baskets at the very top. So I have them all in here in the bottom section just so I can have them for easy grab. Again, I have shared with you guys, I repeat, do not waste your money going to the store to buy a basket. Thrift it. They get so many at the thrift store from different sizes to different colors to different shapes, materials, you name it. Don't waste your money. Go to the thrift store. And as you guys can see, unfortunately, there did have to be some changes to the design. I did have to remove my home sweet home sign. I'll have to find somewhere else to place it because it just looks so much cohesive now. It looks so much better. I really think that sign was really getting in the way of being able to, move around all of the baskets in the way that I wanted them to be. So I think this came out perfect. Again, all thrifted baskets. Absolutely love how it looks now. But I am gonna have to maybe buy 2 smaller, thinner ones on the side, just because they kind of look like they're still missing something. And there's still a little bit of a space that I can put another basket at each end. So back to the thrift store eventually. But we're going to continue on now with the bottom section of the hutch, and I mean the 3 levels. You guys remember that this used to be glass. If you guys haven't seen the transformation of this hutch, definitely make sure that you go to my previous videos and check out the titled video that says I destroyed my hutch. Was it a mistake? And I don't think it was, because this looks so much better, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the decorating. I don't know if I might put something on that basket up there. It kind of looks like it could hold something, if you guys can see that basket, but I'm not too sure. This one is also so pretty. I love them. They're all different shapes and sizes and somewhat very similar in color. Some of them are a little bit darker, some of them are more lighter, but that just gives them more in depth, I feel. So we're going to continue on, and we're going to start on these first levels right here of the shelving. These are a few of the items that I'll be using. If you guys have been following me for a while now, then you know that the majority of my Rae Dunn is thrifted. So I have several different pieces of collections here. Some of them are more vintage, some of them are more in the newer Rae Dunn zone, and some of these were even gifted, like these beautiful measuring cups from my friend Celeste. Celeste, thank you so much for sending me those. And again, a lot of my majority, mostly all are thrifted from Goodwill. Now, my favorite pieces will definitely have to be the ones that are part of the Icon collection. This is a platter. It says home cooking, and it has the Icon pieces, and this was thrifted. This is a mark of the Goodwill store. And if you guys did not know, if you see my videos and you guys see marks like this that are in Sharpie, it's because people tend to rip off the tags off items at the thrift store. So the way that they prevent from people getting, you know, basically things cheaper than what they should be is the people in the back who price the items write in Sharpie the price that it should be. So they write it in Roman numerals, as we can see here, and then the last letter is the color of the tag it would have been. So that was yellow. And then these also were thrifted as well. These were part of the Icon collection. This one was from Hawaii. When we went to Hawaii, I was able to find this, and I think it still has the Goodwill tag. I don't remove them. So this was from 2022 when we went to Hawaii. So I do have several pieces that I have thrifted. I have this other one as well. This is part of the farm line. This was an M stamp. This was also thrifted, but I did remove the tag. And then I also found this at Goodwill as well, the cow. So I absolutely love that I find so many amazing pieces. I have also found this pot set with these Icon pieces. I have found this one most recently, which is the cider. Love. Still has the Goodwill tag. So again, the majority of my collection has been thrifted. Even this very awesome piece that they have brought back this year, but this is the OG one, you guys. This is the Ride On collection. This was part of the Rae Dunn by Magenta. This was part of a boutique piece, and that is chalk, so you can write on it. I found this also at the Goodwill store, and it still has the original tag from Goodwill, $4.99. Again, not everything is probably going to make it. I don't want the hutch to be super cluttered, so I'm going to go ahead and pick out the pieces that I want to for it to ultimately make it into the hutch. But remember, I have given you guys a suggestion. Always start with your main attraction pieces. So we're going to start with the baskets first and lay those baskets out in each shelf area that I want, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the items. Okay, like I mentioned, we're gonna start with the shelves on the very top, and we're going to start with the metal baskets, you guys. If you guys see me doing this a lot, it's because these Apple earphones are really bad. They keep falling out. I hate them, but it's what I have, and it's what I will make it work with. So a lot of people I've seen using these to stack in items. So whether that's plates, some people put in the longer canisters, kind of like this, to keep them organized. and put something else next to it. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to work with it first to see how it looks. But I've seen people use these to kind of keep things together. And then, of course, whatever you guys have works. Again, shop around your house. Use what you can as risers. If you don't have risers, use something in the house, you know, whatever it can be. You could even use wooden coasters if you have them. You can use plates. People use ceramic plates, appetizer plates, because they're small and they can fit well. Just shop around what you have at home, because that is what I'm going to be doing. I don't have a lot of risers, and I use those risers, the ones that I bought from Target at the very top, to position the baskets to be a little bit higher. So let's go ahead and start off. I have this basket, and then I have this one too that you guys saw as well. And then I have a super, super long one. This one as well. These were all thrifted. So I think I'm going to keep this in the middle section, and then the other sides will get one of the other. So let me go ahead and see exactly where I want to put this. That's the very first thing that I want there. And then let me pull out the pot set. And this is a vintage collection, you guys. This Ray Dunn. It has full of crazing, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I feel like crazing definitely gives it more character. And this is an older set. So I'm a lot more careful with my older pieces just because I want them to last for years. These were even thrifted as well, you guys. These are originally from IKEA. I have a bunch of them. They all end up at the thrift store. So I am so lucky because these were cheap. Compared to IKEA, they can go from like $5 to $7 or maybe $8 or $9 around there each. And I think I was getting them at Goodwill for like $2.99, $3.99. So I was saving myself some money. These are fake. I'm going to put fake plants on here, but you guys are more than happy to do what you like on your hutch. And we're gonna put these in here. Space them out. I tend to have a little bit of difficulty because these are a little too bushy on the side, so they kind of collide with each other. So I kind of smash the little bush because then it ends up almost colliding the pot, and I don't want them to tip over. So I just kind of squish the little plant until they fit perfectly, and then I kind of use my finger to go in between each area to kind of make the branches go up so they're not in the way. And we're gonna position this in the middle because I want this to kind of be the main centerpiece of this shelf right here. Now, moving on to the other side and the other side of the hutch. I call them the wings. So don't worry if you guys see that I'm hopping around to different areas. Work in your own way. The best tip that I can give you guys is, personally for me it works, is keep moving around throughout the area that you're trying to decorate. Don't focus on one area because you may end up using a lot of your pieces and come to find out you don't have enough to fill in the rest of your area. And then you're gonna be left with nothing, and it's gonna look odd that you have empty spaces, and you might have to reconfigure a lot of the stuff that you already placed, which will be double work, having to take it on and put it back on. So I really recommend that you guys check and position your items. If you don't like the way they are, move them around. Again, this isn't permanent, so you're able to switch things around, but don't only stick to one specific zone. Go to different areas, move along, and just place stuff until you feel that you are happy with the position of it. So I am gonna go ahead and start moving on now more with the middle area. Now that we have our major pieces, we have also now some birdhouses that we have to consider. Those are the next bulkiest pieces that I have besides the canisters. So since the birdhouses are gonna take up a lot of space, I want to start laying those out next. So these are all birdhouses that I have that are Ray Dunn. Again, most of them have been thrifted. There is the proof. They still have even the new tag from the store. If you guys are not following me yet, I recommend that you do. If you love thrifting, then you're going to see when I find a lot of these treasures. And it's amazing at how many amazing things I run into at Orange County here in California. We're gonna go ahead and start laying the birdhouses. And I have a bunch of birdhouses and I don't want to have too many. So I think I'm going to limit myself to only putting one on each area. So one on the wing, one in the middle, and one on the other wing. Again, nothing is permanent. We can move things around until we're happy with them. But because those are the most bulkiest pieces, I wanted to get them out of the way. Moving on to this, we're gonna go ahead and add this platter, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love this iconic piece. And this is perfect. It's gonna fit right in here in the metal little rack, which I'm gonna place right here in the very back. Now, I do wanna place some things like in front of it, only on the sides, because I don't want to block the home cooking signage and the icon collection that we see there. Another tip when decorating is if you need to fill up a space and you don't have too much of the item that you want to fill up, just simply use some tissue paper or even some toilet paper, I guess, you guys, whatever you have, or even simply a grocery bag too will work. Just stuff it in so that way it takes up all that extra volume space that you don't want to fill in and you only want the top to be filled of whatever you are putting. So I always use either like a grocery bag on there, and then that will fill up the section of whatever I'm trying to fill up, and then I just put the stuff on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with the decorating, you guys. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a time lapse just because it's going to be, we're literally gonna be here all day. But just keep in mind with the tips that I am giving you. Make sure that you start off with your most biggest pieces first, then work your way into the smaller ones so that way you have ample room. Also, make sure that you don't stick to one section only of the hutch. Make sure that you are moving around, and that goes for any section of your home, whether it's the hutch or not. That can be applied to anything that you are decorating with, whether it's like a Christmas tree, whether it's like a counter space top area, whether it's a tablescape, whatever the case may be. I'm sure that these tips will work as well. So just always be moving around. Try to take a few minutes to observe what you're doing. Don't go full on swing and put everything on wherever you're doing to decorate, you know. Take that time to step away, take a minute or two, observe everything, make sure that you guys are liking what you're doing, because the worstest feeling in the world, which I definitely can relate to, is decorating something and you're all done and realizing that you absolutely hate everything on it. It has happened to me several times with the hutches, with both this one and the other one, and a lot of other things as well. So definitely make sure that you guys take that time again to just look at what you're doing, pause, step away far enough to observe it from different angles in your home, and make sure that you're liking what you're doing. And we have made it to the end of the line, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope that these few tips that I shared with you and my decorating session inspires you in some way to tackle your own decorating needs. So the last thing I'm going to do before I give you guys the final unveil is just add a little bit of lamb's ear. These are little lamb's ear that I think, these were thrifted actually. They were originally from Hobby Lobby. I got like a bunch of them. They were all in a pack at Goodwill and I got them for a really, really good price. So I did clip them off of their long stems and I'm just going to be adding into like specific spots of the entire hutch area. Now I will say that there was definitely some bumps on the road when it came to decorating this, just because it was a little bit difficult in certain specific areas. Like some areas were like so much more easier than others, while some were just plain difficult. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you stay tuned for the final unveil as I showcase everything. Now, the baskets, I don't know as of yet if I want to put anything inside of them. Now, there are a few that are able to hold stuff in and some of them are angled so it looks like they spill out. So eventually, when the season comes, whether that's spring, I may eventually add some moss layers and make it look like Easter eggs are rolling out of the basket or just stuff like that. You know, like in Halloween, I could fill them with pumpkins or during the fall season. So there's lots of creative ways that I can deck this hutch out, which ultimately this is going to be the way that I will always keep it for year end until like all year long, you guys. This is how it's going to stay put. The only things that I might change might be a few canisters here and there to deck them out for the season, whatever it may be during the year, and add more greenery or change greenery out specific for that time period that I am decorating, or, you know, just adding touches of Christmas, Halloween, spring, Thanksgiving, you name it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. And if you guys have any tips for decorating as well, I would love to hear them. Until the next time, you guys, this is Daniel from Golden Finds, wishing you a wonderful day whenever you guys are watching this. Thanks so much, you guys. Bye.